Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Old School video. Today we will be covering the update that just hit Old School Runescape. Now today's update isn't a big one, it's actually pretty small, it's very small, there isn't really much that's changed or been added to the game. So today's video will be pretty short, but there is some other things to cover as well. There is a dev blog on the content currently being pulled, which is an expansion to the current guilds, the Fishing Guild and the Mining Guild. First things first, the Clickbox Improvements in today's update. Over the past month or so, the guys working on the Old School engine have been working on improving Clickboxes, and not only did they make general improvements with the code behind the scenes in the engine, they're also going through individual items that have certain problems and fixing them, like the glory on the wall because it used to have a tiny clickbox, and a lot of other small things like seeds on the floor. That clickbox has been fixed too, so they're going through individual clickboxes as well, which I think is pretty cool. It's about time the clickboxes got fixed. One of the big changes to the clickboxes are that it used to render a 2D image, a 2D clickbox. Now it's a cube, now there's an actual cube. Now the clickbox actually renders in 3D instead of 2D, which makes it a little bit more accurate. And you can now also toggle your frames per second display, which is something third-party clients offer, but the Old School regular client doesn't. You can no longer trade during duels. The amount of teleport scroll Zora drops has been increased from 1 to 4. The Dwarven Ferryman and Boatman and Kildegrim now have right-click options, and the Elf chick or the Elf dude, I can't really tell if it's a male or female when it comes to the elves, you can now right-click recharge your teleport crystals, and you don't have to go through dialogue when you want to enter the Monkey Madness 2 crash site. And that's it for the update, honestly. Those things I just mentioned, the clickboxes being the big one, and a couple of bug fixes on screen right now. You can see the bug fixes, I won't go over them, you can just pause the video if you're interested in reading it. But let's also quickly cover the dev blog on the guild expansions. So if you like the sound of the things I'm about to say, or you don't like the sound of the things I'm about to say, you can go and vote on the content right now. So the current proposed changes to the Mining Guild is, in free-to-play, they want to make the Mining Guild a little bit better for free-to-players by adding 2 adamant rocks and 4 iron rocks. Because the Mining Guild has been pretty garbage. Unless you want to mine coal, the Mining Guild is just a trash place. But now there's iron rocks and there's adamant rocks, so hopefully it sees a little bit more life. And they also want to add a members only expansion, which will include 8 more iron, 20 more coal, 10 more mithril, 8 adamant and 2 runite ore. I think they really want to decrease the price of runite ore, because in the new Dicerz update they added like 3 runite rocks and now they want to add 2 more. This is pretty insane. But yeah, the new area will also include a bank and a pole booth, and you will also get the passive +7 boost to your mining level. It is an invisible bonus, so it doesn't actually increase your level, it just increases the chance of you getting ores when you start mining. They also want to add the ability to mine a new gem within the Mining Guild. They want you to mine amethyst, and with them you'll be able to create all new arrows, bolts and javelins. It won't be a great mining method, the XP rates aren't that great. And they also want to add mining gloves. When you're mining in the new area of the Mining Guild, you would have the chance of getting an unidentified mineral. Those minerals can be traded for the mining gloves, in which there will be 2 variants, the standard gloves and the superior gloves. The standard gloves provide a chance of silver, coal and gold rocks instantly respawning when you're wearing the gloves. The superior gloves provide a chance of mithril, adamant and runite rocks to instantly respawn. And there's also going to be a Fishing Guild expansion if it passes poll. They want to add a new way of getting sharks, because currently just regular fishing sharks with your harpoon, it's not a really good way to get sharks, and now with the sharks removed from Zora's drop table, the ways of getting sharks is pretty awful, so there's not going to be a lot of them in game. They want to add a new method of getting sharks called minnow fishing, where you can go to a new platform which would require 82 fishing and a full angler's outfit alongside the completion of the fishing contest. Those are pretty hefty requirements, to be honest. And so yeah, you'll go there and do a new click intensive fishing method that will give you minnows, which you can then trade for sharks. At level 82 fishing you'll get 40k XP per hour and about 400k GP per hour, and at 99 fishing you'd get 50k XP per hour and around 650k per hour. So they also want to add a make all option, and the question would be, should a make all option be offered alongside every make X option in Old School? So everything in the game that currently has a make X option will also have a make all option. It makes a lot of sense because pretty much everything that gives you the make X option, you want to do your full inventory anyway, because you'll just be typing 33 enter on your numpad. 33 enter is the keys closest together, so it's like fastest to... Anyway, they also go into detail about more interface options and features, about making the make X options and the make all options and stuff like that. So if you want to dive deeper into what the hell's going on there, check out the dev blog, there'll be a link in the description. They're also looking to buff Magic Void Knight. They want to give the base and elite set a 15% accuracy bonus or buff, and they also want to give the elite Magic Void Knight set a damage boost of 2.5%. This is just to make it a little bit better, because it has always been a really garbage set of mage armor. So with an accuracy buff and a very, very small damage buff, more people might actually use it. So they want to make a master scroll book where you can store all your teleport scrolls. Teleport scrolls are the things you get from clue scrolls, but there's lots of them. And so they want to store them all in a single book to save some bank space. And the final piece of content on this poll here is the Auto Smash Vial toggleable option. If you have it enabled, when you finish a potion, let's say you're drinking a Sada Brew, you're doing a boss and you're drinking a Sada Brew, when that Sada Brew is finished, the vial will automatically disappear. You don't have to manually drop it. So that is a thing that could be offered in the poll, or is offered in the poll, and could be entered in the game. And that's it for today's video, guys. Today's update was pretty garbage, it was pretty small, and so I decided to also cover some relative content coming into the game or being polled right now. Let me know what you think of this. Is it something worth doing in the future, especially if an update is small and not really worth talking about all that much? Should I also look for relevant content to then talk about for the video, guys? Let me know what you think of this video by leaving a comment and or a rating. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider checking out the Patreon page, and hopefully I see you next time.